And hello and welcome to episode 10 of Failed Hero Points, an Outlaws of Alkenstar Adventure Path actual play. Um, I am your GM, Fogelhut. I have been in slow, crazy recovery from just the worst laryngitis ever. So my voice is all sorts of fucked up. And we'll see if I lose it at some point tonight. You can hear me cracking up and down. I'm gonna be real bad tonight, guys. It'll be great.
Place your bets in chat.
with, oh boy. With us playing Adriel our bard, we have Effigy drums, Inari our psychic Morbird, Astra our sorcerer UV, Jacksonius our gunslinger Shave Maddox, Kelvin our inventor Patrick. We have Ruxel our rogue is played by Scale, and finally Varilla is asked our swashbuckler played by the Davy.
I'm
Uh,
back.
this is our first session in, gosh, a month, no, 2 months maybe, no, a month and a half, I'll say, that we have had literally everyone here. It's nice to see everybody. How's everyone doing?
Splendid.
Oh, that was a very
I'm glad I'm
delicious
over the
fish answer from
cold that
everyone.
Fogel gave me.
Your best NPR.
Jazz plus jazz.
I
Let's
want to
some
start
smooth
off the
jazz.
session by telling everyone the hell of diseases that we have been through at my house. Firstly, I've had this for a month now. Literally 1 month. My voice absolutely went away 1 month ago. I could not speak. It was pure whisper, if that, just gone for a week. Second week, got back, was squeaky. That was, oh, okay. So that was 3 weeks ago that happened, because 2 weeks ago was when I was slightly squeaky, and Effigy drums, our bard, took over for me, the ones and twos, with our GMing the session. Thank you again, drums. I think you did a fantastic job. Everyone, I think, you did pretty awesome.
Oh, thanks everyone. It's fun.
It works pretty nice. It's a good time. Last week my voice was nearly back. Then I think Friday, the Friday before, yep, Friday before my voice got back, my digestive system betrayed me, and I uh, could not keep it in for about 5 days straight. 5 days. Then, as if that wasn't enough, this last Friday, my beautiful, lovely 3-year-old daughter brought home what I suspect to be norovirus. So I was puking, as was she, for a day and a half. Yes, a day and a half. To give you some point of reference on how bad that last digestive system week was on me, I literally lost 15 pounds in a week. 15 pounds. That's ridiculous. My
Tapeworms
voice was
work.
nearly back. Then I vomited all over my vocal cords, which is why my voice sounds like this right now. Because guess what? Voice boxes don't like acid being dropped on it over and over and over and over again. So here we are now. The last
Hashtag
couple of
blessed.
days, last couple of days, my daughter and my wife have been hit by food poisoning. So it's just been a whole good circus time in my household.
What did you guys do to get cursed? Seriously.
I don't fucking know. This is ridiculous. This is the worst that this is like the worst month-long stretch that we've had. And this is coming from us who we have just been absolutely destroyed. Someone has been sick in this household since the beginning of September. What the fuck? Guys, I'm telling you. This is a whole new ball game. So, I've got my humidifier to my right, my mug of tea in front of me, seltzer all over the place. Let's see what the fuck happened. Someone other than me talk. What happened? What the fuck happened this last session?
I can certainly step in there since I had to do a lot of homework for the last session. So we began our last session dealing with the fun effects of poison damage in the Pathfinder 2e system. And if you all recall, we had 2 sessions ago barely fought and defeated a giant wasp swarm, which left us reeling at the start of this last session, dealing with the poison damage. Some of us using our hero points immediately to simply not die from the ongoing poison damage. We then explored the brewery a little bit more, quickly running across another group of travelers, adventurers with a kind of neutral to friendly disposition who had just been in the brewery, doing some ransacking and sort of going antique shopping through the whatever had been left behind in the brewery. They let us rest, which was great. They gave us some supplies, which was great. We adventured a little bit more into the cold storage where we found a magical orb that is a kind of wand of chilling spray, which I believe Inari, our psychic, took.
Yep.
And
Ooh.
Gattleby, our prized package that we were escorting, finally found what he was looking for at this brewery, a discarded wedding band. On the way out, we ran into a Leshy gang who had been sent to take the team out. We got in a big fight with them, which activated some brewery yeast oozes. And
Yeasty boys.
the Yeasty Boys,
Oh,
Always there with the puns, man.
they were the yeast of our concerns. And
Mhm.
right. I'm pretty
User
sure
has
someone,
left your
Much
channel.
more concerning than the Leshy.
right. And we did well, and we were even almost internally, at least, between me serving as the co-GM and Fogel being in the background, we were going to let the Leshy gang leader live, but then Jacksonius, the gunslinger, nat 20'd, and we just figured, well, I mean, it's dead now, so that's pretty much where we left off. We got an
Well,
all
later
clear in the
too.
brewery, and we're ready to bring Gattleby back to the Bullet and Barrel.
Pretty good. Give yourself a nice big ol' hero point, please.
I'll need it.
Was that guy that you killed Dewey Daystar?
Yeah.
Yep.
He looks adorable in the little picture. Can I see a bigger picture of him if you have it available?
Sure was Dewey
Yeah.
Daystar.
Yeah. Davy, and UV weren't able to make it last week.
I was also
Let
sick.
me pull up Dewey Daystar. Yeah. UV got infected with something insane, and there was Dewey Daystar.
He's adorable.
I missed 2 weeks worth of work
You
for mine.
exploded him to death with guns.
Dang.
We were gonna let him live.
He had a great voice, by the way.
He did. That did.
He did. I would totally try and emulate that, but I don't think my voice is literally
No.
capable of that tonight.
I'll give you a little Dewey. When we ran in, first encounter him, he said, "Reach for the sky." You'll I forget the rest of his monologue after that, but he's like, "And for those crimes you shall suffer." He was cute and people liked him, but then
Aw.
Jacksonius exploded his face.
as was his wont to do. All right.
As per tradition.
Cool. With all that said, I'm going to go back into the use of all brewery. I will say, just like Drums just pointed out, I will not be probably doing anyone's voices tonight because fuck that. That's not gonna happen. If I do, it's all gonna sound like this. So, expect a very sad amount of sounding for RP tonight, because that's all I got, guys.
I'll run into some coal miners.
Yep, they're all gonna sound like they've got the black lung. Oh boy. Okay. So you guys have murdered the hell out of Dewey Daystar and his little dragon Roxy, Prairie Dragon, and the other Clearwater cleaners of his gang. What do you want to do?
Loot their bodies.
Okay, looting the bodies. We have done a little bit of talk about this off the air, so this is going to already be divvied up. When you loot Dewey Daystar, he carries, I believe it is 52 gold pieces on his person.
What a show off.
As well. What's that?
What a show off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's kind of what he was doing. He was just showing off what he can do. He feels pretty good about himself. He doesn't have any armor or weapons on him. If you remember, he was shooting cactus needles at y'all while also punching you with cactus needles. He did have one wand of first level heal on him. That is going straight to Astra, your only divine caster. Searching the other bodies, you see nothing on the other Clearwater cleaners. They were just carrying those little spears, which I guess you could pick up if you want. You could throw them 20 feet. They're melee. The spears, they're fine. Not really anyone's bag. If you want them, you can pick them up. No armor on them too. I should say, actually, on Dewey's person, you find a note that looks like is written down. It says, Lovey, Gattleby suffered a terrible accident. Yours, Dewey.
Loveless, or not Loveless, Love.
Interesting.
Feels like a good assumption to make there.
It looks like there's a door over here we haven't opened.
That one?
Yeah, it looks
there
like
is
it's
one.
maybe just a little hallway, but
Yeah, if you want to go and check it out, you can totally check it out.
I'd like someone else to open it though.
Good call.
Can we craft like an alchemical bomb that's like wasp spray?
I love that idea.
Just raid.
You guys want to form up and open this door? I imagine it's just a storage closet, but it might be a double ooze room. We don't know.
Varilla just walks in from the other room where she was sleeping or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, what's behind this door? It's the only one that you guys haven't opened," and just straight up opens it.
That's fair.
That works.
It's the pissa.
Yep, you find a bathroom.
Oh, I didn't have to use the corner.
That is a giant toilet.
Look for gems in it.
It's a 5-foot square toilet. You gotta go and work for all sorts.
Sounds like you could have used that this past couple of weeks.
Ah, got him.
Got him.
I mean, you're not fucking wrong.
Vogel, did we explore this warehouse to the south? This warehouse?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I figured we had. Just checking.
Woo!
That
Do not
was
go in
where,
there.
That's
That
where
was
the cold
Freezy Orb.
storage was, where Gattleby found and put on his wedding ring.
Oh, that's what he was looking for. Oh.
So it seems like we're done here. Maybe we can deliver Gattleby to where we're taking him.
I think that's what we can do.
Any objections?
Okay.
No? Okay.
All right.
Kasali pokes his head out and says, "Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us."
Welcome.
Thanks for the healing.
I'll see you at the bakery later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you You
Oh,
nat
sorry.
20 that dice roll for making an impression or whatever that was, or sensing motive. I
Sense
forget.
motive.
Yeah.
We realized we were neighbors.
Yep.
Love it.
So you guys make your way back, and as you're going through the streets of Alkenstar, no one comes to bother you, or it's like only you feel like you are free to go back.
We're starting to build our reputation. People don't want to mess with us now.
Yeah.
Well,
They know
it's
we're
more
level
if you killed
3.
everybody. That is true. At the very end of last session, you all leveled up. So, you guys, I don't think have any tokens on this map, so that's not gonna work. Give me 1 second.
No, we leveled up, but we still haven't done a rest for the night, correct?
You have not. It is pretty early morning still. It only takes you about a half hour to get back to the Bullet and Barrel. Okay. Hopefully you guys now have tokens.
Yes.
Cool. Jad will be seeing where he's at finally. He's like, alright. Feels like I can feel a little safe finally, you guys. Thank you very much for escorting me here.
Fogel?
Yep.
Sorry. When we were like a couple 100 feet away, I would like to lend Gattleby the Hat of Disguise, so that when we
Oh,
go into
sure.
the bar.
Yeah. Pops it on, activates it.
That's smart. That way we're not.
I don't know why.
He can dispel it once he's like in a private room with Phoebe,
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
Why didn't we have him wear that when we crossed the ambush bridge?
Because shut up is why. Checks
You
out.
don't need to know about that. It's fine. So Gattleby, disguised as, I don't know, what do you want him disguised as? What do you think he would disguise himself as?
He can choose.
You know what? He looks like a lizard folk
Yeah.
in honor of his
Oh, in
Slick.
honor of Slick?
Chameleon.
in honor of Slick.
Yeah. There you go.
I miss Slick.
Gee, Slick was kind of
No.
rough to you guys.
This is a messy entrance to this inn.
Well, you know.
Is that wheelchair accessible, or is that stairs, or is it
I
that
think
ramp?
that's a ramp.
That's totally a ramp. Wheelchair accessible.
Nice.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Phoebe sees all y'all come in. And is like, oh, you guys are back.
We're
who's
back
this?
and we've got a guest. He might look a little different than last time you saw him, but it's who you think he is.
Patting
see.
him on the shoulder.
All right. Well, if y'all wouldn't mind heading to the back to that meeting room, I'll meet y'all back in just a minute.
Sounds good.
Is Ruxel waiting outside?
I know where Ruxel.
Look,
No,
there's a
it's-
lot going on.
I'm just waiting for it to load up for me.
Ah,
Thank you.
fair.
Then Russell will be moved
Bloop, 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 bloop.
because the GM can move people through walls.
Respawn.
Dun dun dun.
This Marshall's aura thing is really cool, by the way.
The
The
spin.
new- Yeah.
So this is a module that I will be turning on and off at various points as we go along. When the module is active, or at least for the last time, I haven't tested it recently, it doesn't allow me to do any of the cool macros that change the map scenes in visual cues. So that's a slight bummer. So when we're not going to hit any of those macros, or I don't think we're going to hit any of those macros, I will be activating the animations because
Cool.
that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's how some spells will have some cool effects that you'll see.
Nice.
You'll see the martial aura effect as that green blob going around you. All sorts of neat little things are going to pop up here. Okay.
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 Mhm.
So let's see. Phoebe comes back to the back room, and she comes through and comes into the door with this big bottle of whiskey and 7 shot glasses, pops them down around the table,
Boy.
pours a shot for everyone, and lights them all aflame.
Nice.
Puts
She
down
do
one in
that with
front of her.
magic or with a lighter?
Oh, she's got a lighter. She's not magic based herself, so puts down a shot in front of herself and a shot in front of Gattleby. Says, "Everybody, congratulations on a job well done." And then picks up her glass, taps it on the table, slams it back.
Astra will attempt to imitate.
Same.
Adriel slams it down, no problem.
Yeah.
Kelvin already slammed it. He's reaching for somebody else's.
Jacksonius coughs up a hairball.
Does Verilla keep it down?
Here's the thing: everyone is going to keep it down. No fort saves. However, is everyone taking a drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're all
Great,
dead.
Yeah.
Give me a D6 roll, please.
Party wipe.
5, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2.
Ooh.
The alcohol was that
3.
effective.
3 bright lines.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I love
All
that
right, that's
dice set.
7 rolls. Okay.
It's chaotic. I love it.
This is gonna be great. So Inari and Verilla, when you take your shot, it burns your mouth and throat going on the way down. You're going to take a -1 penalty to linguistic-based checks and DCs for an hour. Also, you won't be able to yell or sing for 8 hours. Scale.
If Fogel has to
Scale.
suffer, so do you.
Ah,
Oh,
Gale.
I'm happy.
Well
Oh,
done.
we weren't playing homebrew.
having rolled a 6, you regain 1d6 hit points. Let's see. With 3s, Jacksonius and Kelvin, set your clothing on fire, dealing 1d6 persistent fire damage.
Not my further.
I was planning on doing it anyways.
Adril, you burn your tongue, giving yourself a -1 item penalty to linguistic-based checks and DCs for 1 minute. You're unable to yell or sing for 1 hour.
Ooh, that's bad news for Adriel, actually.
This is from one
you-
shot.
Yeah, this is 1 shot. UV, you singe your face, dealing 1d4 fire damage.
Some strong
Do I
shit.
add that?
What kind of
Right.
bartender is this lady?
My grandmother was right about the city.
She goes, flaming whiskey. One of our best shots around. And she laughs uproariously at you all coming to your various fates.
That was a
She
great
says, "You
session.
know-
Good night, everybody.
You know, the drinks here at the Barrel and Bullet have a little bit extra to them. Flaming whiskey has its own special things that it does, but if you order yourself a mixed drink, can't guarantee what it'll do.
Challenge accepted.
Well, ladies and germs, I appreciate what you've done. Now, let's see. What happened out there? I see Gattleby is safe. That's the major thing.
Bees.
Whew.
Lots.
So many bees.
Start from the beginning, huh?
Yeah, you described through what happened. You got a chase. You were hit by the gang. Do you remember the gang that hit you on the bridge?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Powder
Powder
punk.
keg.
Powder keg.
punk.
Yeah, the
Keg
powder
keg
keg
punks.
punks.
Yeah, the powder kids.
The powder kids. We attracted a lot of heat out there.
Powder
Between
Rangers.
Between the powder keg punks, Dewey Daystars, cleaners. Seems like the whole city was out after us.
Giant iguanas.
Eastie Boys.
Chameleons.
Yeah, Gallowby goes chameleon. Phoebe goes, oh man, that Dewey. He's a wild card with a chip on his shoulder. It only makes sense he'd work with Loveless. Still
Was.
around? Oh, not still around.
Not
Nope.
so much a chip on his shoulder as much as a giant hole in his face.
He
now.
he is now a round on floor.
Oh man. Well,
Sexodius just
can't
looks
say I'll
around.
miss the little guy. He was a thorn in my side forever. She giggles to herself.
Yeah, he was a prick.
She
Wah,
goes,
wah.
"Well, but you said the powder keg punks? She
Yes.
looks a little concerned.
They knew we were coming. They had staked out the bridge.
Man, you know, I thought Muglin's not desperate enough to work with that lot. I'd be surprised if it were him. And those fire starters would sooner blow themselves to smithereens than work for the shield marshals. So, we're left with a question. Who hired those rascals? She strokes her chin. She thinks aloud. She just goes, I suppose they could have come after the formula for Pyronite themselves. They do have a penchant for blowing things up. But this seems like too big of a play for them to make on their own. Too organized. Too intentional. Usually they focus on casual arson, snorting gunpowder. Slams a fist on the table. Damn it, okay. Looks like I need to hire you one more time. Big payout, no holds barred. Shakes her head and continues. I need you to track down the punks. See who prodded them to go after Gattleby. Find out who hired them and why. You get to the bottom of it and stop them, there's a purse of gold in it for each of you.
Ooh,
Now get.
yes, ma'am.
Alrighty.
And actually, she gets out before you. She's like, you guys talk it over. And Gattleby walks over. Says, well, I think this might help. Oh man, see? Can't do the voice. Says, I think this might help. Slams down a couple pieces of paper. Picked these up off of one of those punks on the way out. As I was running past. Saw these sheets of paper. Just kind of grabbed them. Figures, he says. You make one new thing, one discovery. Suddenly everyone wants to make money out of it. I don't know who it all is after me. I just want to be able to work in peace. And walks out, leaving the flyers on the table.
You said, man. Astro will reach over and start spreading them out so people can look at them with them.
So he puts the papers on the table, and you see, like, it's kind of a grabbed up stack, and they're all kind of crumpled up. And each of them, there's like 3 copies that he grabbed up, but it's 3 copies of 2 different things a piece. One of them is a flyer from something called the Longhorn Lounge. On the back of the flyer are the words, last bell before sundown. On the back of on another sheet of paper, you find an order form, it looks like, for alchemical reagents. On the back of it is Gattleby's name and address. And on the front of the form, you see a symbol of a flying corvid grasping vials of liquid, stamped in the upper right corner.
Can we make? I would like. Maybe this doesn't apply, but could I make an Alkenstar lore check to see if I recognize that symbol?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Same.
Both of y'all can go ahead and give me. If you have an Alkenstar lore, go ahead and give me a roll for that.
Is that blind?
Yes.
Okay.
Recall knowledge checks are blind checks.
Blind GM check.
Blind GM.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the like logo of some business, but we'll see what our rolls tell us.
Or secret society.
Ooh, that too.
It's true. Also, this is something that pops up from time to time. That I will go over the rule for again because we haven't done this for a long time. There is a downtime activity because technically we're in downtime right now because we're not encountering anything. Called Gather Information, where you can go out and about and try and find information about town, or even in something like Barrel and Bullet, which is always pretty busy. See if you can snoop around and find out information just by eavesdropping on other people, or asking straight up if some of your more unsavory connections might have found something or know something about any of these things.
It sounds like there's a deadline. Like we need to go somewhere last bell. And
I imagine
so
that's
maybe-
like last. I imagine that's last call, like last bell before sundown. Maybe.
Also, it just kind of says last bell before sundown generically on it. The encounter on the bridge
Mhm.
was yesterday, so
Oh, so we missed it.
you could have missed it, or you're not sure what this could exactly apply to.
It could even be like a weekly meeting thing or whatever.
Are there
What's
any dates on the other side of the flyer?
There are no dates.
Hmm.
Adriel, looking at this corvid with liquids, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. This is a bar called the Crow's Casks. It's on the other side of town. Definitely heard of it. Definitely know that that's that. Astra and Kelvin,
Mhm.
you both look at it and you know that this is a place called Rika's Reagents. A Tengu-owned alchemical shop.
Hmm.
Ruxel, you don't know anything. You haven't seen this before.
So
I lived here all my life. I don't know anything.
they have differing opinions about what the logo means.
They do.
I think this is the Birdman's alchemical shop. It would explain their
Yes.
interest in his invention. A
I
connection.
think Adriel will say, well, you guys can look at the papers. I'm going to go see if I can find. I swear it's the Crows or the. Yeah, Adriel swears it's the Crow's Cast, the bar.
Yep.
So she will go gather information by pretending to be a little bit sloppier than she actually is and talking to other patrons to be like, this place is all right, but I've heard of this Longhorn Lounge or the Crow's Cast. Have you been there? What do you think of it? And to see if she can get, first of all, find out if that bar she thinks actually exists, and second of all, try to get some location or maybe understanding of the characters we could expect to find at either location.
Sure. Okay. So, if you're looking for some information gathering, roll me a diplomacy check.
Would it be funny if I do all this research and I'm just crit failing my way through it and send us off to like the outer slums where there's just like a giant dragon waiting for us?
Okay. I'm gonna ask straight up, because you'll be able to, if you're gathering information, you can do it a couple of times here, right? Are you first trying to figure out what's up with the Longhorn Lounge, or with the Crow's Casks?
We'll do Longhorn Lounge first.
Okay. So with that, you over here, you're kind of going through. Are you going through the city? Are you hanging out at the Barrel and Bullet? What's going on?
I'm just staying in the bar, talking
Okay.
to other patrons about other. I'm doing that, bar talk where you're just like, oh, have you had this drink over here? Oh, I've heard of that place. Have you been there? Should I check it out?
Sure. Okay. So this person goes, oh, the Longhorn Lounge. Yeah, it's up in Skyside. I heard there was some trouble there about a week ago. This gang got brought in, like some sort of monkey with clockwork limbs. Shield marshals forced them back to Smokeside, but yeah, Longhorn Lounge. It's this kind of fancier place. You have to be a member to get in, if I remember correctly. And be all dressed up. That monkey in the clockwork armor was not dressed for success.
I see Calvin. perking up.
Clockwork?
And that's what they've got for you.
So that's the location that the meeting was at. Would get there before the bell tolls.
Astro.
That is what was written on the back of that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this person, like, you've got your map on you, and they give you the exact location of the Longhorn Lounge. They know
Nice.
exactly where it is, pointed out to you on the map.
Useful.
Do we need a separate person here to ask for every location?
No, I mean all of you could be, infiltrating the bar trying to figure out what you can jam out of other people, but it could just be Adriel's specialty while the rest of you like go off and relax or
Keep
Astra-
dressing?
Astra's gonna go shopping at this alchemical shop.
Kelvin's gonna go with Astra.
So,
I'm gonna hang out with Adriel.
Yeah, I think that it would be helpful to have like a drinking buddy doing this.
yeah.
A little bit less suspicious, yeah.
I'll let this roll for aid then.
Okay.
What's your next deal? You're trying to figure out the Crow's Casks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that thing where, two friends argue about, no, I swear I went to this bar and it was called this. And the other friend's like, no, you're thinking of it. No, that's not what it's called. And then we'll go to someone to be like, can you help us settle a bet? We're like, we're
Yeah.
disagreeing. I swear this place was called the Crow's Cast. I've been there.
Okay.
Smooth.
All right. Do you want, is Jacksonius going to give me some aid to that?
Yes. How do I do that?
So you roll me a diplomacy check,
Okay.
and we'll
Then-
see what the total is on it.
Then crit fail.
That can happen.
Oh, it certainly could, couldn't it?
It's true. Aid can backfire.
That's why that one feed is very nice.
Okay. That's
Varilla
all I'm gonna
just-
give you.
Verilla's just staring around because she can't talk.
Am I adding 8? Am I subtracting 8? Am I just rolling my normal diplomacy?
Roll your diplomacy. I will add or subtract as necessary.
Fun.
Okay. So as you're doing this back and forth, like Jacksonius keeps forgetting what the name of the mark, the mark bar that you're trying to jam up is. He doesn't say Crow's Casks. He's like Raven's Roost. And he just keeps saying it over and over again. But Adriel, you're able to just keep on saying no, Crow's Casks, enough that everyone's like, all right. Look, I don't know what this person that you're kind of going up to is like. I don't know what either of you are talking about. There is no bar called either of those things in Alkenstar. Like, maybe there's one somewhere crazy far off, but like Alkenstar ain't got none Crow's Casks, no Raven's Roosts. Only, the only like Tengu owned business that I know of off the top of my head, Riker's Reagents. Like they got some stuff.
All right, so I
shop
crit
going
failed my
on.
first. All right, Adriel will go back to anybody who's back at the meeting rooms. Like, okay, fine, I was wrong. It's not the Crow's Cast. It's Rackus Reagents. That's where we need to go.
So while this is going on, so gathering information can take a little bit of time. We had Kelvin and Astra deciding on their own to go to Rackus Reagents. Did anyone want to go with them on that split? That's right. Let's split the party, bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anari
Works
wants
every
to go.
time.
Vrilla will go with them.
And
Classically
okay.
successful.
Inari and Varilla are going. So Varilla didn't just stare like was said before. Actually left while this gathering of information was going on. You had to Rackus Reagents. And you see, let's see, I might have a little pull up of it. What do I got? I have to keep pulling up the journal entries.
Excuse me.
No, I don't got it. Boo! Bummer. Alright, so you guys come up and you see this, I'd say, Astra, actually probably both of you know right where this is.
Okay.
You head close to Blithier College, where this alchemy shop is. It doubles as a bookstore. It's just beyond the main campus here. And you look, and the sign outside the store matches exactly what is on the flyer.
A Fogel?
Yeah.
I am wearing the hat of disguise before we get close to going because of my history here.
How often can you use that hat of disguise?
I believe each person once a day.
I feel like it's once per day. Yep, once per day.
And Bartleby
And
used
you
it
already
today.
used it on Gattleby.
Gattleby.
Oh, I thought it was once per person per day. Okay, never mind.
If we all had ours still, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it really makes sense for it to be once per person per day, as it, then you could just keep handing off your magic items that you can just use all the time to other people, switch off, be like,
Come on. Let
I
us
got my
cheat.
dude.
Come on.
Your turn.
actually, even now that I think about it, technically, I don't think you could have used it for Gattleby, because you have to attune to it overnight, if I remember correctly, in order to use it.
So you can still use it.
I've been
yeah.
playing a little hot and fast with the rules on other stuff, so yeah, we'll say that it just wasn't used. I'll someone look up investing items for me while we're doing this.
You are, from what I remember, you are right about needing to invest in each item, but we did have a rest, remember? Like,
Right,
and it could have been invested during that time for sure.
right, but and I'm just, is it invested on Gattleby or is it invested on?
Oh,
It looks like
Oh.
investing requires one or more interact actions, usually taking the same amount of time it takes to don the item. The investiture lasts until you remove it.
Great. All right, then that's easy. All right.
Okay.
Never mind then. We'll just erase the Gattleby. We'll say just kind of didn't seem to mind. I mean, you guys are 7 people. You guys probably just like kind of crowded around him and created kind of a diversion as you walked.
Okay.
How about that?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That hand wavy enough for everybody? Cool. So you've got your how disguise on, looking like something else.
Yep.
Okay.
Elf and elf.
An elf, sure. And you go in, and this Tengu behind the counter goes, oh, hello, welcome to my shop. Oh boy, can't do the voice. She says, hello, welcome to my shop. My name is Rika. Everyone's gonna have this sexy low voice.
Hello.
That's kind of sick, but kind of hot. She says, "Oh, hello. I'm Rika, the owner of this establishment. What can I do for you today?"
Astra starts like browsing, like looking around for future projects.
Oh, great. Got any projects in particular you're looking for?
Mostly healing or reactives.
Oh, healing. Well, I have a fleet of elixirs of life over here. I've got something in the works. You might see it in about a month or so of real life time. Look at these special little bullets. Looking at these, they're gonna have some little special chemicals thrown onto them, where I swear, if you shoot someone with this bullet, they will heal right up.
Oh my. Very
Go on.
Ooh. Like we
Still
temporarily
working on
forget
this
why we're
formula.
here.
Still working on the formula, but you know, everything's a little work in progress until it finally all the dots connect. So
True.
I feel like it will take about a month of real life out of game time.
Until the book is ready.
So, until the book is ready and out and in people's hands.
You know, we have a friend of ours who is a gun user. Do you have other special bullets? Maybe ones that like explode?
Oh, well, there is a bunch of alchemical ammunition around. We've got some laying around here and there. Costs a little bit of money though.
Oh, of course, of course. Anything new? Any new programs, new formulas?
Oh, nothing that I could tell you about.
Oh,
But here, look around. I got some stuff here and some stuff there. You can pick whatever you want.
I heard about some, like a new kind of explosive. Some Bugglebee, Bartleby. Okay, some
Oh,
like
you talking about that Vashon Gattleby?
yeah. Do you know about that?
Oh well.
sir, if
you
I could,
know,
when they start talking about that, Astra's like, oh, what, like starts like whatever, like does it like is acting like they don't really care, trying to like take less, like wait, why are you all asking about this type of thing off of?
Cool. Roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Okay. As you're kind of trying to be discreet off to the side,
Mhm.
you keep on like knocking pieces of paper to the floor
Oh.
as they're talking about it. You're like, oh man, this is not discreet at all. They can't really tell that you're listening, but
Okay.
also they're kind of getting distracted as you're
Perfect.
knocking stock over left and right.
Honestly, that's almost as good as what I wanted to do. Perfect.
Isn't Jacksonia supposed to be the cat in this party?
I should have face changed into a cat person. Ah.
Oh, you were saying?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, I see Gattleby in here every so often. I heard about his little demonstration over at the college. Created quite the commotion. Little, maybe a lot of exploding. Started to. It feels like it's started a little something here and there. People seem to be trying to pick up this making their own kind of thing. It sounds like Gattleby was able to make something that's equivalent to, well, you guys, the spell Fireball. I don't know if any of y'all are magic users, but there's a spell called Fireball, and it does a certain amount of damage.
Yeah, wait
Feels
till
like-
level 5.
Meanwhile, I'm
Feels
walking around with a wand in one hand and the staff in the other.
Not quite yet. You haven't gone on that.
I know.
shopping
I'm just joking, but yeah.
And she said, I heard tell that this explosion he caused at that demonstration on campus, that was pretty much the exact same size as a fireball. Now, this could get a lot of use out of a lot of people, and not in the right way, I'm telling you. People being able to make this kind of alchemy where it's just full bore destruction can lead to no good.
What type of check is it in 2E to sense motive?
That's perception check.
I would like to perception their feelings about it going quote unquote not in the right way.
Go for it.
Oh, almost rolled deception. Hold on, sorry. Perception. That's a P word.
Yep, it sure is.
Yeah. Blind dream roll. There we go.
Kelvin and Astra, it feels like she's probably like it does feel like she means what she says, but you don't get like a motivation behind it aside from like
Finding it a little
a lot
distasteful.
of destruction in a lot of people's hands is probably not for the best.
Okay.
Uh,
Gotcha.
Has anybody been giving you any trouble about it?
Trouble? No, but she points at this big stack of order forms on the counter, and she actually sees that Astra, you've knocked a couple of them off.
Sorry.
She goes, oh man, picks them back up. She says, look, this is a bunch of order slips. People have been trying to purchase what they think might be Vashon's recipe. Like, you see here, there's a bunch of like orders for alchemist fire. There's a bunch of order for sulfur. Who knows what they're doing? They don't know what's going on. They're just kind of picking their best and trying to do all sorts of things. Like, there's this guy here, Lysarius. Dude is making some half-baked explosive compound, calls it Lysarium. Look, whole bunch of malarkey, looks dumb. I don't think it's gonna work very well.
Is there any chance I've heard the name of Lazarius before?
Ooh, good call. Could
Give
I
me a society check.
can I do an academic lore check to see if
Like if he's a professor or something?
yeah, or like a well-known student or something? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me one of those.
I am wondering if this is who ended up hiring the powder punks, powder keg punks. It's just so much easier to say powder punks, so I'm going to call them the powder punks. Sorry, guys.
Powder Punk Girls.
There's a large apostrophe between.
Oh boy.
I like that one.
Astra and Inari, you've like this name means nothing to you. Like it is so just nothing in your brains that like basically the skill check did not happen. That name just melted out of your brains. You don't know anything about it.
Get out of my head.
Yeah. Kelvin, you just haven't heard the name before.
Okay.
Guess a little more window
Alright.
shopping, a little more pretending to be here for reasons. Is anyone wanting to buy stuff here as part of their shopping trip?
Does anyone want to ask about anything else?
I was wondering, is there any chance I could look at those papers?
Huh. Give me a diplomacy check. That sounds like a request more than a coercion.
Oh, that's really low.
She says, oh no, this is someone's private order.
Okay.
I think Calvin's going to go over to a shelf that has a lot of high ticket items and just kind of gaze at it for a little bit until she comes over. And then he's gonna ask what kind of folks buy items like this. Do they ever tell her about what they're gonna use it for?
She goes, hot ticket. The rich kind. The rich kind of students come through and purchase these things. She kind of laughs.
I bet they
It's
got
like
all
mommy
kinds of
and-
stories.
Mommy and daddy could afford to send them to college. Then yeah, those kids are getting a little bit extra to play with. But you know, you have enough money, you can purchase whatever you want. Anything else?
Have you had any trouble from all these people coming into the store trying to buy all these random crazy things?
Well, you know, trouble-wise, we've only had one little thing happen.
Oh?
Well, this gang. Have you heard of the Powder Keg Punks?
Hold on, cake punk.
Those hoodlums were around here about a week ago, loitering outside, lighting things on fire. A couple of them came in here, bought some alchemist fire, then threw it right down in the middle of the street. Just out there. She points, like, right in the middle of the busy street. And this is, like, just outside of college, so it is real busy. Like, lots of people walking back and forth. You see, like, some clockwork stuff walking back and forth, a horse.
What
going
the
down
heck?
street on a carriage. Yeah. Went out of control. Almost burned the whole neighborhood down.
That's
Those
Sons of
little-
bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Those little sons of bitches.
Now back up. You said clockwork?
Yeah. Have you not wandered around outside and you look outside and like there's just clockwork everywhere. It's fucking out.
Why did they throw all the fire that they just bought? Was there some sort of? Did they rob you while they were doing this? What was happening?
No, those little freaks just like explosives. They like burning things and blowing shit up. Have you not heard tales about them? Those little guys like to just snort straight up gunpowder. I heard that they will go around if they're in a bar, they will go around and just start spiking people's drinks with gunpowder. And then if they are just being silly, they'll throw some fire into it and just boom, straight up in people's faces. They're the worst. Punks.
You know where they hang out?
I'd like to meet them. I would.
I'd like to
also-
give them the what for.
I'm going to roll another perception on their distaste for the Potterpunkles.
Yeah, that she don't like them.
Okay, all right.
She's like, you know, I wish I did know where they were, cause man, I would, you know, I'd report to the shield marshals. I would.
All right.
Did the shield marshals come and grab them when they were doing the explosions out in the public?
No. Tried sending for them, but by the time they got here, they had scurried off.
Cowards.
Yeah, well, you know, they're kind of acrobatic. They take after their leader.
Oh?
You know, did you? You know they've got that little monkey goblin, fuzzy little guy. Got some form of clockwork armor. You know, I saw him the other day. He had this big old gun that he attached to it.
That's crazy. I'm fairly new to town.
Man, yeah, right on the shoulder. Right on the shoulder. Big gun right on the shoulder of that armor. Like, why would you do that? That's just, I mean, I guess, you know, if you're a leader of a gang, but still, like, you know, you don't gotta wear that around town. You don't gotta go into shops dealing with us peaceful folk and just go in all threatening like, we'd sell it to you, no problem.
So how long have they been doing this? Why have the shield marshals not done anything?
Oh, well, I mean, they were only here last week. How long have they been here in general?
Oh, yes.
Man, I don't know, months at least. They're a fairly new gang from what I know. But, you know, why don't the shield marshals do anything about it? That's a damn good question. They don't seem to do too much about a lot of the gangs around here.
Anybody else want to say anything?
I'll thank her for her time and buy an invisibility potion if she has one.
Oh, invisibility potion. Well, I'm sorry, sir. Ma'am? Sorry, ma'am. I don't quite carry magical equipment. I only carry alchemical items.
Oh, my mistake.
How much is an elixir of life?
An elixir of life is worth, I think, 3 gold pieces, less.
It's 3 or 4.
Okay.
Minor is 3 gold pieces.
Oh, and then oh man, I always
Lesser
forget which
is
one
30.
which one's minor.
Okay.
30 for a minor?
Yeah, remember the
3
elixir of life has that like enormous level jump where it's a level 1 item and it doesn't level up again until level 5.
Boom.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the minor is 3 gold pieces and does 1d6 points of healing. You also get a +1 item bonus to saving throws against diseases and poisons for 10 minutes, which is one of the more underrated and more forgotten aspects of the Elixir of Life.
Could I buy 2?
You sure can.
Good. I like us buying. It gives her a good feeling about like having talked to us. That's awesome.
Hey, support local.
Yeah.
Okay, it should be on your character sheet now. Well, thank y'all for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for your time. We'll come back around later.
I hope you guys come back at some point. Maybe browse some books, purchase some other alchemical items. Like I said, it should be about a month of real world time before I have these life bullets that you'll be able to purchase.
I'll definitely tell my gun shooter friend about this. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Well, thank you. Bye-bye. And she
Bye-bye.
shuts the door.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. I look to the others and I'm like, well, this seemed profitable of time. Maybe their leader's the
Yeah, I
one
mean-
thinking that.
We heard the Powder Puff punks have been causing trouble, but we knew that anyway.
It seems like they may have been specifically making a distraction here. I mean, they had the specific time, the 3 bells, yes?
That was
then-
the other place. That's when they were going to the bar.
It was.
Was it-
It was the other place.
It was the other
There was
place.
no
Okay.
specific time for this one.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay, correct. Well,
I mean, maybe they were causing fires in the streets while something was happening at the last bell.
So there was that list of ingredients on the back of that
Yeah.
that you didn't ask about. So
Oh yeah. Well, we didn't bring the paper with us.
well, she said people were buying up a bunch of random stuff. I just assumed that was part of like, like those were probably some of the things that they were buying. And if it would have felt weird to say, did anyone happen to buy exactly, and then read off the list?
Maybe we should look into that Lazarius fella.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's regroup with the others, or should we do that ourselves?
Oh, let's let somebody else have the spotlight for a minute.
I agree.
whoa. Chaos at UV's apartment. Okay, so in the meantime, while all this is happening, Adriel and Jacksonius are kind of wrapping things up. Ruxel is, I don't know, somewhere trying to pick some pockets, whatever.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. That is exactly what he's doing.
All right, give me a thievery check.
Right.
You can pick your friends, you can pick your pockets, but you can't pick your friends' pockets. Oh wait, yes, you can.
Okay. On a failure, you get 8 copper pieces. Go ahead and add 8 copper pieces to your sheet.
And an overnight in the locker.
What a way to earn income. Okay, so great. When I'd say you guys probably all get back to the Barrel and Bullet by the time Jacksonius and Adriel are pretty much done gathering some information there.
At this point, should we go do like the shopping that we were doing, like weapons and stuff like that right now?
It's a good question, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other thing we should maybe do is pick out some outfits to head into that fancy club.
This is true.
It kind of sounds like that's our next move, huh?
Like a heist?
Yeah, we'll just
Sand
head
Dunes
in there,
11?
see who's hanging out.
Sand Dunes 11.
I will say, you can buy fine clothing while you're out shopping on the shopping spree that you're about to do. It is 2 gold pieces for a piece of fine clothing.
How much
So
for
does
dwarves?
anybody two gold pieces? I would imagine. Does anybody have any theories as to what maybe happened at the Longhorn? I'm trying to piece together whether or not what we heard about a gang and a little clockwork monkey is indeed the leader of the Powder Keg Punks,
Yeah, I think that adds together.
right?
That the leader of the Powder Keg Punks, is this Clockwork Monkey who was causing trouble at whatever the bar's name is, the fancy bar.
The Longhorn.
A clockwork
I-
orangutan.
If we're pooling all of our knowledge, Verlo thinks too that this probably relates to all the random stuff being purchased from the random reagents. There's probably a lot of dummy stuff being purchased, like, oh, hey, they bought a bunch of this, this, and this, when they actually only need 1 or 2 of the reagents, and they're just kind of hiding their paper trail by having a bunch of people buy junk.
Yeah, I think clearly the Powder Keg gang really wants Gattleby's formula, and they're trying to guess at it. I still don't know why or for exactly what reason they had to go to the Longhorn Lounge and shake things up, but I guess we could go there and try to find out.
Yeah. Anari will treat everybody to a new outfit. 2 gold pieces each.
Wow, that seems a
Adriel will
lot.
absolutely hate it, like a stubborn 8-year-old girl who doesn't want to wear like the Sunday school dress. She's just like, oh, I look like such a nerd in this.
Well, we're out shopping for striking runes and pendants of the occult and what have you.
Right. Okay. Then, okay. Morbert, if you wouldn't mind removing 14 gold pieces from your.
I don't mind.
And everyone can add fine clothing to your
Oh,
inventory.
Hell yeah.
thank you.
I like to think. I'm surprised that you guys don't want to RP out this whole tailoring session.
Verilla is absolutely losing her mind because that's what she does. She's a tailor. Like, she comes from a family that creates like high fashion armor, so she is absolutely loving everything, but she can't talk, so she's getting very frustrated.
I really want you to make me a. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with this. We're going to say I want you to make me an engineering lore, but based on tailoring check, please. Or a crafting check. One of the two.
Sorry about that. Still getting over my cold.
Is this a fashion montage?
Okay. As this tailor, you guys are all the same tailor. It's more fun for me that way. As this whole tailoring montage from Bridesmaids is going on, Verilla, you can't say anything. It's so horrible for you because you know that you could do just a better job. You could do just like it's not by much, but you know you could do just slightly better than the tailor is doing, and it's driving you insane.
No. She's like, no, no, no.
Starts ripping the needles out from the.
She just
Oh,
busts out a seam ripper and just starts cutting apart the clothes when she's not looking.
okay. Morbird put that into chat, so everyone should be able to drag that in if you didn't drag that into your equipment before. Hopefully, maybe, or I'll just be able to do it. But you guys now have your fine clothing. You guys went around town, shopped your little hearts out. Everything is up to snuff. It is, we're gonna say, probably teetering on about 6 p.m. or so now.
I'm just gonna buy some bullets really quick, and that's all I have to do.
Okay. I will take care of that off the air. Let's get on to our next stage of the Longhorn Lounge when we get back from the short break. We'll see y'all at about 9:10.
Sorry.
Huzzah!
Yeah, I'm watching over.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, hi, we're back.
Oh.
A little longer than we figured to break. My daughter, who I've explained, sick a couple of days, decided to just, I guess, up and start vomiting all over the place. So, just had to run and help clean up with that. If I have to do that again, then I have to do that again, and we'll just deal with it. Okay. So, shopping is done. It is like 6 o'clock in the evening or so. You guys have put on your fancy dress.
Mhm.
Are you headed
We were
out to the
discussing
Longhorn
maybe Effigy and Patrick would like to wear their armor and hang out outside.
Lounge?
But we hadn't come to a decision yet.
Yeah,
word your-
the
what
the
your vo-
thinking there being, we have two characters who rely on heavy or medium armor for armor class. Everyone else was like, "Oh, I took off my armor and it barely made a difference," and the two of us are like, "I took off my armor and my AC dropped by 4 points." Plus, we're wondering about, wandering into a fancy restaurant with like a bastard sword and multiple hammers versus a coat pistol and rapier, which I think would be fine. And basically wondering like, are we giving up our entire front line? And is that a bad thing?
Yeah, so I guess maybe you guys decide individually what you want to do, and we'll just go by whatever you choose.
Let's do it individually together.
What's the fantasy equivalent of rock, paper, scissors?
I think it's a dice roll.
Well,
I
yeah.
at this point I would say let's leave it to a dice roll. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. And
Coin
I
flip.
feel like Kelvin and Adriel do the same thing. Like either we're both staying out or we're both going in.
Agreed.
All right, I will roll it. Okay, I'm gonna do the D2. A 2 is what do you want 2 to be, Patrick? You call it.
One is heads, two is tails.
Oh,
Well,
that's
what
the
does
D.
each
Let's
of those mean?
call
Heads we head in, tails
Heads
we
we head in.
turn our tail
Yep.
and stay outside.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good call. Heading
Heading
in.
in.
Heading in.
So, you strip
Okay.
off your armor, feel naked and sad.
Very much so.
Ruxel is going to conceal his coat pistol. The rapier be at his side, but he's going to tuck the coat pistol away somewhere.
You guys also, like, don't worry about it being encumbered here, because you guys could have also left you could be wearing your armor and be encumbered, or, you have a room here, that's free of charge and is your rooms, so you can leave your stuff here if you
Leave
want.
our armor in our backpacks.
Yep. I might have you make a check later, Ruxel. Okay. So, let's see. Do I
Do people tend to just run around Elkinstar with like weapons on their person?
have? Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
it's
Rough and
It
tumble.
seems like
not
that
out
kind of a
the-
town.
The
Yeah.
ordinary.
Wild West.
Oh, okay. So you guys are headed over here towards the capital district. The Barrel and Bullet is over here. So you guys head north, cross this nice bridge across the Estradi River, and work your way through the capital district of Alkenstar towards the Longhorn Lounge. Nice and fancy. All sorts of schmancy up
Nice.
there. And it's starting to look pretty busy. It's like it probably takes about, I'd say, Man, about 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour to get there.
Oh.
Just walking. It's a pretty big city, you know?
Yeah, fair.
So it's about 7 p.m. Ooh.
Fancy.
And you see it's pretty busy outside. Lots of guests out there. Everyone is dressed in their finest attire. Like nice formal gear, and you guys look like you fit right in. You're just kind of blending in with the crowd, really nice and easy here. You do know, however, from what you overheard, that people need to be a member to make their way into the lounge, or be a guest of a member to work your way into the lounge. So, you might need to figure out a way to get yourselves inside.
Do we want to ask people who are milling around and make up some story about, I don't know, our friend was going to let us in but can't make it tonight?
Or maybe look to see if there's any less affluent people that we look like might be going in that we could bribe.
Begging, bribing. Any other ideas?
Seducing?
A certain item
Bluffing.
that
You could
is there a
bluff.
certain
Just say that we
Yeah.
that we are a member.
What's that, Scale?
I don't say, is there like a certain item, like a brooch or something that identifies like VIP?
Ooh, good call.
Okay. So you think you could request a member to bring you in? The bluff check isn't so far off. You could try to impersonate an existing member if you know of one. Rux, you specifically are looking out for this. You see, like, as people are going inside, people are taking out like their wallets and showing what looks to be a membership pass to the doorman on their way in. Kind of like Costco.
Gotcha.
Rilla can
Exclusive
always
club.
try to intimidate to get her way in.
Okay.
Please don't.
You can always try that, sure.
Be like, I lost my pass. You know
Um,
me. Come on.
You also hear like talk. You see a bunch of people outside the front door that look like they're milling about, that are kind of in scruffier clothes, not quite as fancy, not fine membership or fine clothing, but kind of more normal clothes. And they're all kind of packing near the entrance, and they're all going, "Oh, my turn! I want to take a shot. That way, maybe I can get my membership."
oh no.
What are they taking shots at?
Or
That's a
of.
good question.
Question, Focal?
Yep.
The spell Prestidigitation allows me to make a temporary object of negligible bulk made of congealed magical substance. The object
Uh-huh.
looks crude and artificial and extremely fragile. With
Uh-huh.
my experience, do I think that it would look too crude to pass as the pass?
Fake ID.
Think of what you would be able to make as like the equivalent of silly putty.
Okay. That's why I'm asking.
So if
Try
you
for
feel
it.
like you can get through with a silly puttied comic strip, then you're good.
I mean, if somebody wants to bluff, maybe that's how I could aid, theoretically.
I mean,
I think Rockshell should pickpocket someone for their.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's actually a great idea. I love that idea.
if you aid with a silly putty prestidigitated ID card, they're automatically going one step lower on their success.
Well, that's gotta count for like a hero point, right?
I think that Ruxel pickpocketing
I
is
love
the
that.
play.
I love that
That's
pickpocket.
what I was
too.
gonna think. Ruxel's going to be like looking for. Are we inside the party right now?
We're outside the establishment
You're
right now,
outside. You haven't gotten in yet.
but
Okay,
there are a lot
outside
of
the
people milling around. I can cast guidance, giving you a +1 to that. It's a thievery check, right, to pickpocket.
It's
So
going to be 7 thievery checks.
7 thievery checks.
One per
Pickpocketing
member
is
can
hard.
pass. Oh,
Oh, 1 per. No, wouldn't we just need 1 because we would need a member, and then
We're the guests.
Yeah,
we're the guest of that member.
you know what? That's fair. Oh my gosh. All right.
There's not a
Is it-
limit
yes.
on number of guests or anything.
Fantasy Costco rules.
Fantasy Costco. Yep. No, I think it does not say that there's a limit on the number of guests. You
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Ruxel's gonna look for a guest that might be like inebriated and just isn't sure of themselves. Like, the person that's so drunk they're like touching their chest to make sure that they're still there, like body and soul wise. Like, yeah.
Could
Here's the
That's
problem.
that's the one I'm looking for.
could
This is-
theoretically. Sorry,
This
could
is an upscale establishment where people are like waiting on their way into the door. It is not a place where people are pre-gaming in order to get into the liquor level.
could theoretically one
Says
of us
you.
could theoretically one of us create like a temporary diversion to like aid the pickpocket check?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely that can. Yes, you can do that.
Please do that, and I'll act like I'll run into someone and pretend like I know them for a quick second, and then just keep
Sure.
going.
Who's creating a diversion and how?
Adriel will with a performance check,
Ooh.
Nice.
and because because of her heritage, she's got a +4 on
AIDS.
any aid check. So
Nice.
Could Kelvin aid with an Elkinstar check to tell them a local celebrity and pretend that we spotted them going
Ooh.
by?
Are you attempting this on the same person for Ruxel to steal from, or 2 different people?
Maybe just saying like to the crowd as like extra like things to like more distraction stuff.
Like, I guess maybe you could point at Adriel, like she's the famous person, and then she does the performance, so that's aiding her performance
Ooh.
check. But
This is very
Yeah,
elaborate.
this is getting we're sort of like it. We're one step away from using Inception right now. Like
We're three.
What do I roll
Stooges.
for that?
I think we're overcomplicating it. I think Adriel, we just do the classic 1-2 where Adriel bumps and says, "Oh, I'm sorry," and while she does that, Ruxel pickpockets.
That seems like it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bump and an excuse me. If you can make a ploy for that being a performance check somehow, but I think in order for it to be kind of a smooth move, we're talking like an athletics check, maybe?
I'll do an athletics. I can do that.
Or an acrobatics, or a thievery.
Athletics it is.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Ruxel, give me that thievery check. Okay. Adril, you bump into the guy, but like the guy is completely nonplussed. Like you actually kind of almost whiff him, and it's like you do the thing where like you walk by and you think you ran into someone, but it's like your coat actually just kind of nicked them a little bit, and they don't really notice it. But Ruxel is still able to sneak a pass out from their pocket.
Nice.
Hooray.
That was a terrible roll on my part with a plus 12 to that roll and still not doing anything to help. It means
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
rolled-
a 2 or what?
You rolled a 7, so
Wah,
you got
wah.
a 19 on that aid.
Oh yeah,
What did
right. The ADC is. I was thinking the ADC was 15. It's 20.
Nope.
Oh, is
Yep.
the
20.
ADC 20 now?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's a
but
big
it's a
change from first
flat
edition.
20. So
We got a pass.
Yeah, that's
the
good though.
stronger you get, the
Yes.
better.
I want to take a
So-
quick look at the pass and see whose name is on it before I just go gallivanting into any place.
Good call. Oh,
It says Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
so it should be a. So it needs to be a male. What race does it say race, or does it have a picture, or what does it
Yeah,
have on it?
there's a picture, and it's a picture of a blue gnome. And you're like, why did we choose a blue gnome to do this
What
to?
the?
Do I need
We
to
were-
step on the
Robin
wrong
Hood?
square?
I just mug a gnome? Like, I don't know.
We all look at you like, why him? What?
Varilla is
What
purple.
happens when you don't specify
That
things
is
that you
true.
give
You're also
consent.
female.
Is
Varilla's
Varilla
also
still
female.
purple?
It was like a week.
Varilla is still purple, yes.
Oh, whoops! I
It's
deleted
not
that from her
reflected in
character
her
sheet.
token, though.
Who has the highest deception to try to like fudge that this is definitely my
So-
my ID type of thing?
Okay, here's another thing you can do. You can attempt to like try and do some forgery on it
Oh,
to try and like adjust like the photo or whatever. It would be a crafting or a society check.
Ooh,
not
ooh.
not a thievery check.
Crafting or society.
Because you're crafting
okay.
you're crafting a new picture. on
Fair.
this.
Oh, the picture. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. I only have a +6 to crafting. I'm sure other people.
Anari has +9 deception.
Nice.
Plus 11 crafting.
Oof. Make it look like an R.
I can't see mine right now.
Kelvin, Kelvin, you have this like picture of yourself that you've got, and as you're cutting it, you just kind of like nick your whole forehead above off picture.
Yeah.
This is not going well for us.
Does it look like Anari?
Does it look like the
Why-
blue dwarf?
Here's the thing. Why would Kelvin? No one said anything about giving a picture of Inari to him. Like, why would Kelvin carry a picture of Inari around in his wallet? Has he been pining secretly for Inari this whole time? This is a possibility, but no one has described anything to me. I
Chat,
have to
start
make
writing your
sure.
fanfic.
Yeah, it's a new role play right now. Slash.
Fine. He has a picture of Inari in his wallet that he surreptitiously took a
Grrr.
long time ago, and he cuts the forehead off of that. How about that? Is that better?
Oh, what? I thought he was drawing it.
Nope. These are photograph pictures, not drawn pictures.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
Just fine. All right, this is even better. He draws a picture on, and it's like a stick
I
figure.
was gonna say, reminds me of that Seinfeld where George
Russ just
had the
starts
photo replaced.
looking for another mark that will fit a better description of us. Do I see anything around?
We could maybe scratch out the picture and just say our card got damaged.
But my masterpiece.
Who are you looking for? Let's start with that
Oh,
instead of this
boy.
diverse group of insane people, because you're probably not going to find a fetchling anytime
No.
soon. Uh,
And I've already.
dwarves are all over the place. Humans are all over the place. Elves, a little bit less. Catfolk, nuh-uh. So
It sounds like it's Calvin or Adriel.
Wait, is
Someone that looks like Adriel.
Well, Anari can look
Adriel-
like a human.
That's true.
Oh yeah, Inari's a good choice too.
Yeah, Nari is a good choice,
Yeah.
actually.
Verilla just looks at it and she's like, I'm a fetchling, but anybody really good with makeup? Oh, she can't talk.
That was only for an. I thought that was only for an hour.
that was for Adriel. It's for the like 8 hours for.
The hat.
Yeah, I was about to say, did we use the hat now or not?
Do we have an extra hat?
This would be like
No,
the third time we
you
use the
already
hat.
used it and then erased it twice now. I'm not gonna let
Yeah.
you do it again.
We
Come
can't just keep
on.
retconning and reusing the hat. I say
So you-
we either try another mark that looks like Inari, or we go see what the game that people are apparently playing to get in is.
Here, go ahead and look at the game. I will try to spot someone in the crowd and keep an eye on them.
That makes sense.
All right, give me a perception check then, and I will let you know after your friends do their reconnaissance what you rolled. Okay. Astra, you're looking too?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, the rest of you, while Rux and Astra start searching around for people, head over to the people that look like they're kind of just normies hanging about. They're all kind of stumbling over one another.
What are they doing? Just stumbling or anything else?
They're all itching to try and go in and do something.
Well, Adriel will ask them what they're all trying to do.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. It's like pulling teeth sometimes. I'm just gonna stare at them and hope they say something that I like.
Well, I thought they were like playing a game in the dirt.
Excuse me.
No, they're all, as I described, they're all like waiting around each other at the door, trying to find saying my turn, scrambling to get in line to get into the place. You ask what's up, Adriel. And this dude next to you is like, no, you haven't heard? There's a weekly rodeo competition here at the Longhorn Lounge. It's a Longhorn that you get to ride inside. You win, you get your membership. Membership
it-
lasts for a whole year. This is only a once a week contest.
Is it mechanical?
Yes.
Clockwork.
Like the dwarf gets on, disables it. Well, so we see it right now.
Yes, it is a mechanical bull.
All right.
It's a clockwork mechanical bull. How long do you have to ride? How long do you have to stay on?
Oh, you just have to stay on for, the standard 10
Amount of time?
seconds. Sure.
Have you ever
10
seen
sounds
any?
like
Have you ever seen anybody make it?
Oh, sure. Old Lazard made it last week.
Uh-oh. Okay.
You heard
Huh.
of him, Alan Lazard? He's got good hands.
Good hands.
These clamps.
Was he more of a big, strong guy, or like a little wiry guy?
Kind of a
I'm
little
trying to-
wiry.
A little
Get it?
wiry.
Get it, wires? Wiring?
Seems like he's good at he's okay at catching balls from a wizened old man who might be too grumpy for his own good.
Good with whizzing balls.
I'm trying to suss out which one of our party is going to be best at riding this bull.
I got tamper.
That could be kind of fun. Like,
Yeah.
just get up there, tamper with it, and then the bull is just like,
And then it just breaks.
Okay.
I want.
it's just like a
Acrobatics or
merry-go-round.
I
Right.
want to
10
speak to
seconds.
your manager.
Would
I'm guessing either athletics or acrobatics. Yeah.
Yeah, +9 in acrobatics, +8 in athletics.
All right, you're
That's
going.
pretty good.
Yeah, that
I-
sounds
Plus
I
like
feel like-
11 for Varilla for acrobatics.
Oh.
Head on in
Yeah.
there, Jacksonius.
It's
Well,
not
which-
like only. It's not like only one of us has to try.
True.
True. I say Jacksonius first, though, because I feel like that's a really good balance of both athletics and acrobatics, and we don't know which it's going to be. Or maybe it'll be both. Who knows? All right. So Adriel's like, a wiry guy, you say? Jacksonius, get your skinny cat butt over here.
Meow.
I think that's the first words we've actually heard from Jacksonius this entire game.
That's all he ever says.
Just to meow.
Well, no, there was like, something's going on
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the failure at
at the police
reconnaissance
station.
from before. Yes. Are you sure you want to send him into a recon mission?
I mean, it's not so much
I got
recon
the
as
tip.
riding a bull.
That's fair. Just riding a bull.
I'm here for the bull.
There you go.
I got some tip.
I got the tip.
So, okay, so you figure you're gonna try and go first, Jacksonius. Give me an athletics check to shove your way to the front of the line. Or acrobatics. I know you like to jump on top of people's heads.
Force your way to the
Uh,
front of the line that
Can
way.
Adriel aid that as well by shoving to clear a path for Jacksonius?
Sure.
Should I try to tamper before Jacksonius gets on?
How are you going to get into Tamper?
I feel like we're again getting into Inception. Like, I don't know if Fogel wants to deal with like 6 people rolling for one check.
It's less that, it's more of like it's one at a time, and like you guys are like, let's go as a party into the bull and see what we can do as a party.
We always do everything together.
Yeah, we're all friends. Such good friends.
We ride mechanical bulls together. We go to the bathroom together.
Listen,
It's fine.
we ride or die.
We just met each other like a week ago.
And then one of our
Uh,
party members turned purple.
Yeah, it has only been about a week and change. Adriel, you start just fucking bodying dudes left and right. You're just like boom, 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 and like fucking Jacksonius is right behind you, like you're the defensive end, just like making way for the linebacker to go up and tackle someone, and that someone is the mechanical bull. So, Jacksonius, you work your way to the front of the line. You're up next. In the meantime, Astra and Ruxel are looking around, looking for a foxy redhead. And Ruxel, you're not spotting anyone. And Astra, you are like seeing red-skinned people all over the place. Like, something is wrong with your eyes, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, yeah, you got something in there. Maybe just a little too many alchemical things leaked into your brain from when you were at the shop earlier. But
you
you
kept
are
dropping things.
you are seeing, like, almost everyone starts to look like Inari, and you're like, what? She looks like Inari. She looks like Inari, and she looks like Inari. And Ruxel's
So many
like,
choices.
You have got to stop. So, Jacksonius, they call you in. They push you through this set of, like, pull you in through the doors of the front. And this guy, clipboard in his hand, is like, all right, what's your name, buddy?
Are we using our real names?
You say that to the guy, and the guy's like, Jesus Christ, this is your first time?
I'll
Scott.
I guess I can use it, right?
Tell him your name.
Jacksonius is my name, sir.
Because that's a very formal voice that you got.
Hello there.
Writes down your name on the clipboard.
You should hear him talk to the constables.
He goes, all right, don't got a lot of
Jesus
time. You know the
Christ.
rules? 10 seconds on the bull. You got to hold on. Whole time. Stay on. Do not fall off. You're not allowed to fuck with the bull. You just hold on to that bull. Just stay on there. If things go sideways, you got to try again. Like, if that bull stops working, you got to wait until that thing gets fixed. Then you got to try again separately. Maybe have to wait for another date. Who knows?
Oh,
Okay. You are in your you are in very formal attire. Do you want to change into something a little less fancy before you ride that bull?
All this damn changing. If it helps.
You just strip down to your loincloths.
No, it won't help. You just might, if you fall off, you're gonna get filled with dirt all around here. So, all right. Well, good luck. And he pushes you through a set of double doors, and there's a big bull in the middle of like this ring, and there's just a shit ton of people. Like, it's got to be at least like 100 people just all around watching this, and you hear the roar of the crowd just peak up, like,
Crowd. Wow, okay.
and they're like, next up to ride the bull, Jacksonius, and they're like,
Woo!
and you hear like one guy who's like, boo, boo, I hope you fall, boo.
Terribly specific.
Boo earns.
All right, let's do
What
this.
you do? All right. Climb up on that bull. Okay. You climb up.
Yes.
You see someone flip up just like this giant comical lever switch style sort of thing, and it goes chunk as he lifts it up, and it starts to go boom, 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 boom. And I need you to roll me an athletics check.
You got this.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, flump, 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 and you're holding on, like getting a little bit tighter, flump, flump, flump. Your claws come out just a little bit, just to get that little bit of extra grip. Flump, 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 flump. It's like flinging you back and forth. Your tail goes whip, 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 back and forth. Flump, 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 flump. Chunk. And you've stayed on the entire time, and you hear just a. And you hear the one guy going, boo.
I just pointed that guy.
And he just looks at you, and he gives you a thumbs down and sticks his tongue out. Boo, boo. He's just here for the chaos.
My man.
Some folks just want to watch the world burn.
And the guy who pulled you out before, like, you see him poking his way out through the double doors, and he's like, come on.
Okay.
You follow him out, and dude is like, all right, oh, good job, man. This is some of the best riding I've seen in a long time. Like, you were just like one with that bull. It was kind of sexy, now that I think about it. It was some good bull riding.
Well,
Wink.
thank you.
If you want to meet
All
up
right,
later.
all right. He's like, all right, right this way. Jacksonius, right? Let me just make sure that this is written down correctly. And it's like JACKSYONYS.
Jackson.
Close enough.
You're like, I can't read. You're like, I can't read.
Close enough, he says. All right, so that's pulls you through this curtain and pushes you like to the side, and before you know what's going on, you see a flash in front of your face, and your face is stuck like, and that's your picture for your ID.
Nice.
and it's spelled JACKSYONYS on the ID. But you get this thing about like a minute later. It's printed off, laminated, looks all nice. It's got like sparkles on the front of it, and like this picture of it looks like the Texas Longhorn up in the upper left-hand corner. And he hands it to you, and he's like, "Well, welcome, sir. You're now officially a member of the Longhorn Lounge."
Thank you.
All right, hand that over, and I'll pretend to be you to get us in.
All right, guys. Now, one of you take this.
I'm pretty sure you should have it.
Oh,
cracks knuckles.
oh, right.
He says to the air inside.
So we get in line and wait for our turn to enter?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Well done, Jacksonius.
Jacksonius is like, "Well, I made it in. Good luck to them."
Get back here.
I heard I get some guests I can bring in.
Oh yeah, sir. You can have up to 6 guests, conveniently enough.
Wow.
That is
That wasn't just made up on the spot.
Nope.
Just hope.
Let's go, guys.
Great. You worm your way outside to flag your people down. You're like, "I did it. I'm a champion."
Way to go.
I've got this ridiculous looking expression on the thing.
Oh yeah, you have to make that face on the picture when you go in.
Ah.
And let your entire giant party of people in.
Sweet.
It's weird we don't normally have this larger group.
What do you want to do?
Boy,
Ooh.
it took
I've
us
never
so
been
long
in a
to
place
get-
like this before.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
took us
even
so long
know.
to get in. I don't even know that we have a plan for once we get in. We're like, well, I didn't expect this.
I didn't think it'd work.
So as we get inside, is this like exclusively a restaurant where there's sort of just a waiting area and then you get seated, or is it more like a kind of bar, lounge, cocktail? There maybe are some tables, but there's also
Or is it like
mingling, schmoozing areas.
Or is it like a
Yeah, it's-
club?
it's
Is there like a
definitely-
band playing?
It's definitely more along the lounge side of things. There is what looks to be just this group playing off to the side. They maybe you're judging them a little bit because Adriel, because they're not quite bards. They're like not professionals at this, but they're doing well enough to get by. Sounds a little twanky, but like it works. People are going about having a good time. It's pretty crowded in there. It's getting a little dark late, but the lights are on, just kind of dimly. You see like these electric lights above, just kind of charged up, giving kind of this nice like warm aura to the whole place. Though it is fairly busy. There's tables all around. There's a long horseshoe-shaped bar all around the whole place, where bartenders are trying to just grab as many drinks as possible for patrons. But everyone's kind of dressed up in nice regalia, kind of like looking on the fancier side. And there are definitely a bunch of like 2 tops, 4 tops, things like that are smaller tables for people to kind of go around and maybe do some business on the side.
All right. So what theories are we operating out of right now, and what information do we hope to get out of this venue?
We should see if we can figure out what happened kind of when there was an incident the other night.
I think so too. So kind of start there and then see where that leads us.
Yeah.
Maybe we can at
probably-
least get a clearer description of what they looked like, what they were after, that kind of stuff.
Well, we also know that Monkey Man is now a member because he won last week. Maybe we could pick up what the club members think of this guy.
I
Wasn't
think
that
you're making stuff up.
Wasn't that the same guy?
The Monkey Man was there, but he was invited in as a guest.
Oh, I thought
didn't win.
Who did they say won last week at the righty?
Some random person.
Soon to be former Green Bay Packer Alan Lazard.
Oh, sorry. The name sounded familiar. I'm sorry.
Yes, that was. It's because Lazard is close to the name Lysarius that you
Yeah.
ran into earlier.
Right, and that was my confusion. That was
You're right. That's my bad. My bad as a GM. But that was not.
right. Not the same
Could have
person.
been the
Okay.
monkey guy, but maybe not. But you know that the monkey guy was brought in as a guest.
As a guest. Okay. Well, if he's as rough and tumble as people say, people might remember him. I don't know.
He might even be here.
Yeah, that's
Right
true.
now.
Oh, that's a good point.
Just ask
Yeah, are there
around
any-
if the last winner was here.
So I think we can like try and scope out some troublemakers.
Again,
or
not the last winner. Not the last winner.
I was wrong.
We-
I was wrong.
We just covered that.
I think Davy just went to the bathroom and came back.
Gotcha.
Wait, what if we use the hat?
Yeah, why don't use the hat to get in?
Let's retcon. Yeah, I
Something I
think
can
we want to
tamper.
ask about. Should we ask? Go up to another member and ask about whatever commotion went on last week.
I think we should talk to the staff. They're most likely to have been there. Versus another guest.
Possibly, but I think they'd also be most likely to give you a not curt, but courteous, diplomatic answer that doesn't really give you much information. Like, you know, if I was a bar owner and someone was shot in my bar last week, someone asked about it, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it was a whole thing. This is what the guy looked like. I'd be like, oh, there was an incident and we're working to resolve it. Yes.
Show us the surveillance cameras now.
Shaking him.
Yeah, fair point.
All right. Well, we can probably do both of those things, though.
Yeah, we can split up and start asking
Split the
different
party.
groups. Split the party with no armor.
Into 7
We're all in the
separate
same room.
things.
Is
Oh,
this
you know what? One thing that I forgot about, as they were slapping you through and giving you your identification shave, Jacksonius, they slipped 10 gold pieces into your pocket for winning.
Oh, well.
Nice.
Fantastic. Do I need to add that manually?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna spend it here, so
Let's grease some palms.
Okay. So you guys want to gather some information?
yeah.
Okay. If you are gathering information, wandering around, give me a diplomacy check as you schmooze with the patrons.
Is this something we can aid?
You can do it from your character sheet.
You can aid, or you can all separately do it.
Wait to crit fail this one.
Verilla's like trying her best, but she literally, I just realized, I forgot she can't talk.
Skills. Where my skills go?
Maybe
Thank
Varilla could aid by making some nice faces.
Thank God one of you got it.
I was like, Verilla's pretty, that's all she can do is just kind of stand and smile right now. And she's purple.
Where's my character?
Adriel rolled a 3. Kelvin rolled an 18, but gets -1 to charisma because dwarf.
Damn right.
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Did I do worse?
Low rolls on Inari, low rolls on Varilla, low roll on Astra.
I actually have a
And
bonus
a
to that.
natural 20 for
Well, no one here knows
What?
anything.
I have a +2 in diplomacy.
Yeah.
Thank
If
God.
Jacksonius, well, let's see what Jacksonius gets, but I mean, I can still use a hero point even on a blind check. Now that you've told me how terrible my roll was, right?
Yeah, that's when I. If everyone had failed, I'd be like, one of you has to do.
Okay.
For
I wouldn't say has
diplomacy,
to, but like, maybe think about it. Okay, Jacksonius. Everyone else is kind of bumbling around, and you're like, monkey goblin. Anyone see a monkey goblin? And everyone's just kind of like ignoring you because you're being very uncouth about it. While Jacksonius, smooth as a cat,
Very confident
walks
right
up.
now.
Yeah, real confident. Oh yeah, they're like, oh man, you just won the bull riding competition. Congratulations. And you're like, thanks, man. What you got on this monkey goblin guy? Heard this some shenanigans happened last week. They're like, oh man, yeah. Oh, you should have been here last week, dude. This was crazy. They're like, all right, look, this guy came in with one of the members last week. I remember the face. This gun-toting, clockwork-looking gangster face, but can't remember who brought the gangster in. Look, I know there's a list of members, including band members, because this guy, man, he just did all sorts of stuff. Like, look, he wore this clockwork armor instead of fine apparel. Like, that's strike one. Then he just kind of put his foot up on the tables. Can't do that. So that's strike two. Like, he was just asking to get kicked out. Got as he was being escorted out, that monkey goblin just kept shouting that they should have met at the Widget Works. I don't know, wherever that is, whatever that is, should have met at the Widget Works. Don't understand. But yeah, I bet as soon as they kicked out that guy, they banned this dude from being a member ever again. Lifetime ban. I bet if you talk to one of the people who work here, staff, I bet you could figure out what's on the list.
I've got an angle for us to use for that, maybe. Varilla, being pretty and young, can say that she had an ex she's avoiding, but she heard that he might have just been kicked out.
Brilla can't say anything.
Varilla can't say anything. Well, Adriel will do it on Varilla's behalf. That works even better.
She
Pointing
can still
back
talk a
to
little
Varilla.
bit, right?
You're like my mute friend here.
Yeah, you can talk. Your diplomacy check's gonna be awful though.
Yeah, she just sounds like John does right now. Excuse me.
Well, I think Adriel will go with her and just, doing the like, I'm asking for my friend. And Varilla's patheticness in this situation can maybe even help us out.
Like, oh god.
Ah, okay. I'm rereading this. All right, the -1 check is no longer there. Okay, but you can't yell or sing, Varilla. All right, no yelling or singing.
We know how much you do that.
So let's have Varilla make the check, and Adriel could aid her.
Yeah.
That's if we're all cool with this plan, or if we want to do something else,
Yeah,
we can
Varilla's
certainly do
gonna
that.
be talking to staff specifically, was it?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
she wants to know who was banned, and I think staff would know that.
That makes sense.
So what are you saying again? You're saying like there's a X or something like that. Then this
Yeah.
is gonna be a deception check. Okay.
yeah, she's gonna go and she'll be like, "Hey, I heard my ex-boyfriend might have been through here. He was kicked out. Blah blah blah."
All right, here comes a deception check from Adriel for some aid.
Uh-huh.
And you get a +4, right? Nice.
I sure do.
Very nice.
Being a cooperative human is nice.
Okay. And then I'll take Varilla's deception check. All right, one more time. Exactly what are you saying?
We're saying that Varilla has wanted to come by more often, but there was an ex-boyfriend she's been avoiding. But she heard that ex-boyfriend, that idiot, might have got himself kicked out last week.
Okay. All right. The staff member that you talked to goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, here, okay. Just to make sure that you don't run into them again. Here, this is our list of banned individuals.
Nice.
You can look through. The list isn't too long for the last couple of weeks. Here." And she points out and she gives you this list, and she's like, should be somewhere in the top, like, 15 names or so. And she gives you the list.
What are the
Alright.
top 15 names?
I think what we should do is each take a look at the list, and each one of us memorize, like, what would that be, like 2 to 3 names on it? Because you know it's impossible to like memorize 15 names, right? But if you remember 2,
well, let's make it even easier. As you're going through the list, you see one name poke out on that list. Oh no, you're passing it around. Some of you would probably remember. You see a name. Lysarius, Shoma.
I've heard that before. The Alchemist was talking about that guy.
Okay. Lines in.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Hand the list back.
Now, thing that you haven't really figured out yet. Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Lead us along.
You've gotten a
Pull us
couple
by
of-
the hair to knowledge.
No. You guys have found out a couple of things here.
Yeah. Lysarius Shoma and the Sprockety Widget.
We know that they're definitely connected.
it sounds to me like Lysarius is.
The brains.
We don't really know who he is yet, but he's someone with money, because remember, you needed to have money to get into the Longhorn Lounge, and he was a member, so he's got money.
And the money to
He's-
buy the equipment.
He's got money to buy equipment and reagents to try to recreate Gattleby's fire recipe. And he's meeting with the leader of the Powder Keg Punks, I'm assuming, to recruit their services. So it sounds like he's the ringleader of what we're encountering so far.
I'd agree with that.
And it sounds like they have a preferred hangout where they maybe have met before at the, what was it called again, Morbird?
The Sprockety Widget.
Sprockety Widget.
It's
The widget works.
Widget works. There we go.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sprockety Widget.
Yeah, that's where the Powderpuff Girls go.
I'm surprised I got one of the words right, honestly.
Someone was watching too much old SNL and thinking about sprockets.
There's a callback.
So you've got a couple leads.
Yeah, nice.
I feel like that's probably pretty good information. I feel like the next move would be going to the now I want to say Sprockety Widget, even though I wrote down the correct thing.
Well,
the widget works. Widget
what-
works.
Now that we know that who the name of the member that we're worried about. Maybe people who are actually good at gathering information from a crowd like this could ask around, like, who, like, about that guy. Maybe we can find out more about him.
That's a good
from-
idea. We can do some of that here, and we could also
Yeah.
even do some of that back, like go back and regroup. But yeah, we should certainly ask around a little bit more here.
I mean, at least some of these people probably talked to him at least at the club before he got kicked out.
I'd like to do that. That'd be, I think, pretty good.
Yeah, you can start gathering information on this guy.
Is that a society check, intimidation check?
Tell me where he is.
Where's that song? Where is she?
Batman is like the only voice I can do right now. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you're asking people. I would say society, definitely something that you could do. Diplomacy. I mean, if you really want to go the threatening route, intimidation, but maybe that's not the
Yeah,
wisest
nah,
choice.
I mean, I would like to, but
deception, depending on if you're lying to someone to try and get them to talk on it.
sure.
Ooh.
Do a society check.
Adriel will just roll diplomacy, just trying to do general conversation,
Yeah,
kind of saying,
same.
yeah, we heard there was quite a commotion last week, and it was all this, a former member. Did you ever know the guy?
I'm assuming you say his name along with it, right?
Yeah. What's his deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lysarius Shoma.
And guy you're talking to is like, oh, Shoma. Yeah, that guy. Real piece of work. You know, when you get these Ifriti out, it starts to get a little funky from time to time.
Right.
You know, there's a pretty good population of genie can out here, but like sometimes the fiery ones like to take things a little too literally. Keeps on trying to craft things bigger and bigger explosions, you know?
Good to know.
All right, confirmed. He is obsessed with fire.
And probably
And
us.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You were saying it. Go for it.
Yeah. No. Go. I don't want to interrupt. Sorry.
He's going to probably have some fire spells or fire attacks at the very least. Maybe a flamethrower. We don't know.
Yep. And probably fire resistance.
Yep.
And bombs.
That's about all you get out from this. Like,
Sure.
seems to have kept to himself more than anything else. But
Oh, did we?
with this
Were we able to
flaming
find?
hair, it's hard to pass by.
On my check, I wanted to see if I could find out anything about like what his business, how he made money. You know, like
Yeah. No, you didn't find out anything.
I didn't think so.
Can I just point out that we're sometime soon going to fight a monkey with a clockwork gun on its shoulders and a fire genie? And what kind of fucked up Aladdin is this?
Yes.
Love it.
Perfectly fucked up.
You could point it out.
What's your
Prepared.
plan? What you gotta do?
I don't know about
Anyone?
you guys, but I feel pretty well satisfied with the amount of information we got out of here. And I feel
Yeah.
like it's probably late now, right? I mean, we approached around 7 p.m. It took us forever to get in, and we
Yeah.
schmoozed around. It's probably time to go back, rest,
Oh, yeah.
report everything to
is.
Phoebe.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
We could enjoy ourselves here for a moment.
Yeah.
Check, you're like, I'm the member. Excuse me.
You guys will leave when I say we leave.
It's definitely approaching midnight now.
Well, we can let Jacksonius buy us one last round, and then we'll head back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, buying rounds for everyone. Please put down.
The 10 gold you earned.
No, it's just 1 gold, 4 silver.
Okay. That sounds.
No. What am I talking? No, 1 gold, 4 silver. That's way too much. It should
Inflation.
be. Sorry, 1 silver, 4 copper.
Seeing the cost of eggs.
In this economy?
Because a beer is worth 1 copper, so a mixed
So-
drink. Say 2
Sure.
copper a pop.
All right. Those are paid for. Oh, do I need a tip?
I mean, you don't need to.
Here's a couple
But you
copper
are a
for you.
member.
Yeah.
You are a member now.
Is it like American society or is it
The
European
guy-
society? Are we
The
typically?
guy side eyes you for only giving him 1 copper back on 7 drinks. 7 mixed drinks. But drinks get passed around to everyone. Gets it's actually really nice. They're really well done. Definitely worth being a member of the club in order to get in here. Way easier and way less dangerous than the drinks you were having over at the Bullet and Barrel.
I'm not even on fire.
Yeah, we didn't have to roll for punishment after taking these drinks.
That was fun for me though.
Although, does Calvin's drink have an umbrella in it that he could stab himself with?
Ah!
It's 5 umbrellas.
Oh shit! What do I roll for that?
All right, so you guys take your drinks and make
Yeah.
your way back home.
Ah!
Oh, jeez. Yep, you take 566 points of damage and you die.
Ah, well,
No.
Kelvin impales himself to death.
It's going to happen sometime. Let's face it.
All right, you guys make your way back to the Barrel and Bullet.
Yep.
And I guess you all rest for the night for the first time.
Yeah.
Since-
Yay!
I've got
It's sleepy time.
566 hit points to recover.
This is, you guys all heal up. You can put on your armors again. Take off your fine clothing, pack it away for another day.
Yep.
Hit rest for the night if you're a spellcaster, so you reload on your spells. Everyone make sure you're at full HP. And
There we go.
make your way to the Widget Works, I guess. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
How late are we playing tonight?
Until 10:30,
Okay, cool.
as per always.
I'm,
Longer
11 usually.
Yeah.
11 depending on if we're mid-battle.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay.
As we go towards the Widget Works, what do we want our plan to be? Because I think at this point, we pretty much know the bad guys are there.
Agreed.
I mean,
What do we know what the Widget Works are? Is it a store? Is it a shop?
It's another.
it's a
Costco.
children's museum. and He's a really good guy. We're just gonna walk in and just
Yeah.
start slaughtering.
Ah,
Discover World.
Yeah. I'm like, do they make stuff or is it a warehouse? Do they sell stuff? Is it a flop house?
Can we case the joint?
No, give me a society check.
Okay.
We could also, I assume, ask like Phoebe while we're leaving in the morning. She might know.
Yeah, you can do that.
People of ranks in society should probably roll instead of me.
That's all right. Calvin's heard of it.
Oh, thank God.
The Widget Works was originally a gnome home convenience enterprise that went bankrupt about a decade ago. You know that gangs had arrived in droves to loot the warehouse, but all they found were ingenious yet unpopular devices that failed to interest the Alkenstar market. Things like hand crank egg whippers, steel-clad reusable tinder twigs, leg-powered horse machines, and so forth.
Is this the fantasy version of Circuit City?
Kind of, yeah. Eventually, the old Widget Works warehouse, as it soon became known throughout the Ferris Quarter, was then used as a hideout by numerous gangs until the Bank of Abadar finally abandoned the property altogether. It's in a rough part of the Ferris Quarter where shield marshals rarely patrol. You know that kind of people take care when they're close to the Widget Works.
So they probably won't have guards summoning robots outside, unlike our last break-in.
You don't know that.
Probability, that's all I'm saying.
Huh?
I can go scouting ahead.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Oh, let's all just go.
Yeah, I think we arrive in mass, and it's really just a matter of what our formation is as we get there, and if we have a course of action other than kicking the door, just be like, we know it's you. Let's fight now.
Casing the joint for points of entry
Mhm.
before we kick in. Yeah.
Should we do stealth checks for that?
I
If
presume
you're
not
stealthing
all
your
of
way
us. Yeah, I presume not all of us are stealthing up, right?
Yeah,
I
we
could be
could
wrong.
have we could all hang a few blocks back and like have Ruxel just do like a lap, you know,
Yeah,
just a quick recon.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it
And
there.
that's when Ruxel died.
Rux, give me a stealth check. Nobody move.
Hands where I can see them.
Okay, Rux, as you're going around, sneaking about, you spot that there are two obvious entrances to the warehouse. There's a front door here, and there's side loading doors over here. Let's see. There are narrow ventilation windows throughout the building, and if you're looking about, you'd see that there are two skylights broken, kind of above the middle of the warehouse.
Okay.
Hmm.
Are there buildings adjacent to the warehouse?
No, it's kind of on its own.
Okay.
We got our climbing kits if we need them, right?
Oh,
It's
God.
kind of tempting. The climbing
should
kits
never
again.
let this option
How-
ever happen.
We're climbing.
How high is it?
It is about 40 feet tall.
I cannot say how much I love this.
I didn't notice anyone around though when I walked around the building, did I?
No, you didn't notice anyone.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if I can hear anything that's coming from inside?
Sure. Yeah, give me one.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Oh. Does anyone have like a smoke bomb type of alchemical item?
No.
I don't think so.
I've got some dancing lights I could maybe, or ghost sound. Well, I'd have to sleep,
Okay.
but I could just throw some lights around.
Some way to like disorientate them right before we like bust in or something if that's what we do.
Thought we were gonna turn this into a dance club.
Yeah.
I think we should go around to the side doors and
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, going in through the front door, they're obviously gonna have someone there posted. I feel.
And if I remember, the side doors sounded like they were loading doors, so it might be. Are they actually like double doors or wider than the front door? For
Yeah,
getting
they're
more people.
double door. Mhm.
That's also good for, not going through a central choke point and being able to get more of us through the door more quickly.
Yeah, not having the wasps attack just one person.
Fucking wasp.
All right.
That's why you're sick, Fogel, because of what you did to us with the wasp. That wasn't.
That's karma.
Yeah, that wasn't written into the adventure
Retribution!
at all. I just decided to drop a wasp swarm on you and see what happens.
I'm gonna drop rapier pistol.
Excuse me.
What was that scale?
Also, I'm gonna draw my rapier pistol at this point.
Yeah, I think let's get hands on weapons and go to the side door.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. You guys kind of sneak around, get to the side door, and you see it's nailed shut.
Cool.
I'm sure we can
Uh,
open that quietly.
You could probably try and force the door open.
Could we
I
have...
have a crowbar.
Could we
Yeah,
have our...
Like I said, you'd have to force the door open.
Yeah.
Could
Are there any windows?
There's
What
a
about
window right
windows?
here.
could we
There's a
check?
window
Look in.
There's the window there.
Could we check for traps?
Sure. We're starting to get kind of into it. Should we stop, or do we want to keep going for a little bit longer?
We should probably stop.
I vote stop.
Okay. So, we'll get back into this.
Because this seems like a good cutting point, you know?
Yeah, I thought I had a better cutting point in mind, but you guys have chosen a weird way. So,
That's what we do.
leave
Will
it to
the
y'all
party
to-
figure out their electronics setup?
Nah, this will totally work. So, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. We'll just make it work. Okay. Then, next time we continue the scouting of the Widget Works, and we'll see what happens. Good job, everybody. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Huzzah!
Good.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Sprockety widget.
Rocket.
Widget.